Hello, everyone. Welcome to UpTrade Alpha. There has been so much going on in the last 48 hours in the crypto space. Trump has launched his official meme coin. Solana's hit an all-time high. There's a lot to cover. Kane, how are you?
I'm very good. And yes, there's been a lot of attention on Trump's new meme coin. I think a lot of the sectors looking at that. A lot of liquidity shifts have actually been occurring, especially into Trump's new meme coin. So it's very exciting. It's also a bit worrying for those who have altcoin positions that have been getting a lot of liquidity sucked out of. But yeah, it's been a pretty volatile and interesting last couple 48 hours.
That's true. Yeah, there is a lot of pros and also some cons that come out of this. I think we should just we'll first cover Trump's launch. He first posted on his own social network, Truth Social, that he's launching this meme coin. And obviously, most people actually thought he was compromised and it wasn't an official launch. And then about an hour later, he posted it over on Twitter confirming this. And there's still lots of people speculating that this was still, his account was hacked. But despite this, obviously, it captured the mind share of everybody. And what really validated the launch was it was up for about 4 or 5 hours. Elon was tweeting as well. And so people thought if Elon was online, he would have said something about Trump being hacked, which he didn't. And then also his family tweeted and confirmed this is an official launch. And wow, did we see some price movement going on straight away?
Yeah, definitely. I think the top for the official Trump meme coin reached over $72 billion in fully diluted valuation, which if you were to compare it to the rest of the crypto space, it would put it around the top five tokens in the whole space. So straight off the bat, it is a very, very big launch. It's something that we've actually never seen happen before. So yeah, it's been taking a lot of mind share, a lot of people's interest, and a lot of even new investors are coming in wanting to invest in this token itself.
It has. And I think it peaked within 30 hours, 15th overall in total market cap, which is extraordinary.
I think also it was very bullish that they decided that they would launch the token on Solana network. And I would like to hear a bit of your insight on this, but because we're pretty bullish on Solana itself, yeah, I saw it as a very strong catalyst for Solana to push further, and it actually did recently hit all-time highs as well.
Yep, I was very happy. I saw, look, the two competing layer ones it could have launched on, in my opinion, and it's true, is Ethereum or Solana. And they've gone the Solana choice. And yeah, it rocketed to all-time highs after that launch. We saw the top five gainers within the top 100 were all Solana-based network tokens. We also saw over $500 million in USDC was minted within 24 hours, is showing like the surge of demand straight to Solana. And I think that just solidifies Solana as actually probably the choice of the American blockchain going forward.
It also does go to show that not only is there institutional interest in Solana, but even Trump is obviously showing interest in the blockchain. So, yeah, again, a very bullish thing, a bullish catalyst in general for Solana. So, anyone who's holding Solana, congratulations. I'm sure you guys are up a decent amount now.
Correct. And then, yeah, there's a few more catalysts I'd like to talk through at the end of Solana. But let's just stick to the importance of what Trump's done here and what it has on the effect on the greater market. We saw a massive liquidity pull from other on-chain tokens. So what that pretty much means is when Trump launched his token, it sucked all the money out of all other on-chain assets and altcoins, which means basically people sold those coins to buy up this Trump. And that's what we saw across the charts. Most coins are in the red. And it has been a little bit of a fearful time because you think Trump's coming in, all our coins are going to pump, and then he's launched his own token, which only a select few people have succeeded off. So it's caught a lot of people, it's a positive at the same time, but it's not currently great for the existing coins.
Yeah, and I think especially in the Solana network, we saw that because this token was launched there, a lot of the Solana tokens, like the meme coin sector, they were the ones that actually had the more harsh dips. I think a lot of the meme coins were down 30, 40% just after Trump's launched his token, just because all the liquidity is already on Solana. People are selling, as you said, and yeah, they're buying the Trump token. And for it to go from a valuation of like a couple million all the way up to over $15 billion, it requires a lot of liquidity. So I'm not surprised that we saw such big dips in the ecosystem in general.
No, no. Perhaps those that like to buy the fear or buy the dip, this might have played into their favor. But going on, what does this mean for the further policy down the line? Like in the past, we've had a tough SEC chair. We've seen Biden and his camp wasn't too pro crypto, and now we have the next president just launching his own meme coin. Like in my opinion, that nearly all but guarantees a Solana ETF this year, and I'm not sure what else they'll bring from their camp.
Yeah, I agree. I think in the long term, especially because Trump's been able to launch his own meme coin, it's really bullish because there's always been regulatory concerns and a lack of clarity around token issuing and who can actually make tokens. So the fact that he's gone on and done it himself, he must already know some new regulatory framework that might be coming out, or he's going to be adjusting it to, suit those people who want to be able to launch their own tokens. So I think in the long run, it is a very bullish thing because again, it doesn't limit the people who want to be launching tokens.
Correct. But also, the con to this side is I hope this doesn't start a bit of a snowball effect of other celebrities getting the impression that they wanted to launch their own meme tokens, because that usually signals, a toppish or a frothy peak in the market. So let's just hope celebrities don't come out launching all different meme tokens.
Yeah, no, definitely not. I think especially last cycle, we saw the NFTs and all those
Yeah.
celebrities trying to endorse those, and it never plays out the way it should. So, yeah, I think there's also, yeah, again, a very strong level of caution, especially if people here are looking to buy into Trump's token. I think you should be playing it very cautiously because. The viability of the token and the longevity, it obviously hasn't been tested, so we can't actually tell if it's going to be a good investment as such. And again, there's not much foundation to it or fundamental backings of the token. So at the moment, it's more or less speculation. It's a lot of his own supporters who are coming in big numbers to buy up this token. So again, if you're wanting to play this token and buy it, yeah, just please be cautious, do your own due diligence. Yeah, so what are you thinking, Ben? Do you want to move on to the next topic?
Yeah, I just got one more pro that this launch has done. Maybe further down the line, it hasn't been reflected yet, but we've seen a massive rush for new people to get into the market. Moonshot, which is a leading platform to buy and sell coins on the App Store, had 400,000 new signups over the weekend, which is ridiculous. And so these people down the line will be adding liquidity to the market, will be buying coins. So obviously, that just hasn't occurred yet. But 400 new signups from one launch, I think that's quite bullish.
Yeah, and I think also the reason I'm not worried about the recent dips in the broader market is because the fact that, again, you say that the sheer amount of people and new investors that have entered the market solely to buy Trump's token, a lot of them will end up sticking around. And a lot of them will end up buying the tokens such as the meme coins and the other altcoins that have gone down a bit. So yeah, it's more or less just brought more new eyes and more new retail investors into the market. So I think at least in the medium term, it will play out to be in our advantage.
Yep, brilliant. And would you like to move on to talking a bit more about Solana and its all-time high breakout over the weekend?
Yeah, definitely. I think as we said, off the back of Trump's new token, it gained a lot of momentum. But I always thought that it was due for some big movement. It was just a matter of time and a matter of what catalyst it would be. And we've also got the ETFs that are a pending approval as well. That's another big thing that, could even push it further. So, what are the certain catalysts or the things you're looking at that you think is positioning Solana as one of the biggest winners in 2025?
Yep, like I said earlier in the video, and you just went over then, in my opinion, nearly all but guarantees a Solana ETF, which one, likely to bring on a lot of institutional money, and two, it just solidifies its spot as a leading layer one solution that has so much potential about it. And then moving on to some other catalysts for Solana, a bit of an issue is its inflation. But coming up later this month, there is a Solana inflation proposal, which basically, if it gets voted in, will bring down the amount of tokens being released each year into circulation, which is bullish. And another one is a Fire Dancer upgrade, which is coming this year, which basically is just another upgrade to work on the speed, the efficiency, and the fees of the network overall.
Yeah, and I think especially at this time, it's important because we saw today, we saw yesterday, we saw even when the Jupiter airdrop happened last week, the network can get very congested. It can become almost unusable when everyone's trying to put through transactions. So yeah, it's an ongoing issue that they're trying to resolve. The congestion issues are at the forefront and a main priority for a lot of the developers at Solana. So it's really good that they're taking the time to make sure that they resolve those. And I think it's also really important that we look at some on-chain data because Solana's been performing extremely well, especially last year and this year. I think it's getting on average over 6 million in active users daily. And if you compare it to a chain like Sui, Sui has just over a few 100,000. So it is a very big difference still from that competitor. So I think Solana's got a really, really strong lead. And as they continue to build new trends in the market, such as the meme coin trend, they're one of the biggest in the AI agent trend. They're also building out a massive DeFi sector. As long as they're keeping at the top of each of those, I think that they're going to continue to be one of the biggest and strongest performers in 2025 for sure.
I agree. I think the momentum will just keep building. And you touched on Jupiter there before, which is a leading DeFi app on Solana. And they have a massive airdrop coming up at the end of this month. And I think nearly $1 billion worth will be injected into the market. It happens each January. It's actually called Jupiter, which is quite funny. So that's coming out in a couple of weeks. And I'm saying all that money of airdrops people will get into their wallets. I don't think they're cashing out, back into the bank account. I think all that money will either flow back into Solana coins, Solana meme coins, DeFi coins, and just added towards the overall Jupiter market cap. And they actually played a hand in launching Trump's token, which was a reason why they were a leading gainer straight away. I think they would have pumped 30%, up to $1.20 from around 80 cents, which is impressive.
Yeah, no, yeah, as you said, it was a massive move. But yeah, I think we should round it out now. We've obviously got the Trump inauguration happening tomorrow. So again, we're going to be expecting a lot of volatility in the next 24 to 48 hours. It's really exciting for the broader market and everyone involved. I think everyone's waiting to see what he has to say. If he mentions anything about crypto, yeah, it'll be very exciting in general. But yeah, did you have any last things to add on, Ben?
No, yeah, it's just a historic moment. The president launching his own token. Like we said, likely we thought the inauguration would have increased volatility, but this launch of a token has just tenfolded that. Yeah, so short-term effects may not be seen, but liquidity is added, users have been added. We'll see what he says tomorrow, if he mentions anything about a Bitcoin reserve or not. But let's just say I'm very interested. But that's all. Thank you, Kane, for your time. Thank you for another video.
Yeah, thank you too. And thank you everyone for tuning in. Please leave a response or a message if you need. Yeah, make sure you leverage us and we're here to support you guys. So awesome.
Tough. Thank you.